So I'll be doing today a full playthrough of the Edge Dawnfall, the skirmish mode 1 versus 1. I will be controlling both factions, Chapter and Rha Zack, and I'll go to an entire playthrough just to show you the basic rules and also how this game is played. So Chapter faction will start with the Holy Knights, Angel of Death, Pilgrims, the Rangers, and the Holy Knight. This is the enchantment card for the Holy Riders. This is the cavalry squad that will enter during this game. This is the alternative chapter shrine, the sanctuary. During this setup, place 3 blessing tokens. These are the blessing tokens. On the sanctuary, during the passive turn, you may spend 1 blessing token to bring back a dead model and place it base to base with the sanctuary. This is the chapter banner. You can restore 1 endurance token to Angel of Death or change one of the chapter squad card. These are the first 3 cards randomly drawn from this 25 card deck. These are the help 8 cards for both of the factions, with the passive turn and active turn visible. The cards for the Razak faction, the 3 starting cards. This is the Razak Shrine, the energy cloud. So basically the energy cloud can move around. You can reposition the energy cloud with a card like this. So when it is repositioned, all enemy models base to base with the shrine gain -1 defense and -2 defense and -2 initiative. Razak is the faction with the highest initiative in the game, but they don't have such a good defense. So this is the Stormbringer, Steam Guard, Jumpsuit. This is the cavalry squad for the Razak faction with his enchantment card, Steam Surfers, and Infinity Angel. Also the banner, the alternative banner for the Razak. So basically when you play a card during your active turn, you may play both the upper and the lower action, and you only pay for the most expensive. So for example, if I play this card, I can play both Energy Cloud and the Surf action, and only pay one crystal instead of 2 crystals. But you can only play a card by the upper action or lower action. You cannot play them both normally. So these are the crystal sources. There are 20 crystals for a 2-player game. Each faction starts with 2 crystals in their crystal pool. There is no elite squad, so they don't gain any bonus crystals. The Razak player was the first player that chose to position their squad first. So they were also the ones who made the special, I think it's called. This is the chapter faction sheet, and we have here Razak faction sheet and some extra models that can come into play if the Stormbringer will flip their card. There are 20 enchantment tokens, charge tokens, I think they are called, for the 2-player game. Okay, so the first player, the player who will begin the game, will be the chapter squad. So first move of the game. So first the chapter are going to use their banner card. so they can change mode of one chapter squad, and also they can change the mode for the Holy Knight. So normally when you change mode of the Holy Knight you pay 2 crystals, but with the banner you can change it without paying any crystals, like this. So now the Holy Knight is upgraded, but I don't have to activate the Holy Knight right now. This was not an activation. The first activation will be with the pilgrims. So I'm going to activate the pilgrims. They have a movement range of 2, and I think I am going to move this one here. Okay, no, I think I will change first I will flip this card and change mode of the pilgrims from basic mode to run mode. They can run up to 4 spaces in run mode, but they are much weaker. So pilgrims will be in the run mode now. This one will still go here. This one here, he can reach this crystal source, so 1, 2, 3 and 4 here. Next, this one here will go here, and the last one will go in the back here. Okay, so now I have ended my my activation. I can now use crystals if I want for my cards. Unfortunately I have 2 cards here for the Holy Riders, but they are not into play right now. Also this card for the Angel of Death. So I am also going to put my Holy Riders into the game, even if it's just the first turn of the game. This is the card that allows the knights to come into the play. So I will pay 1 crystal to place the Holy Riders squad in any one space on the board's edge. So I am playing this card. I am taking both of my riders, and I am going to place them going to place them on this space here, both on the same space. So now they are base to base with that crystal source. So because I played this card, I will spend 1 crystal from my crystal source and move it to the depleted source. Now I can also use this enchantment card, but I don't need to use it right now. Okay, now I'm going to be passing the first player token to the Rha Zack faction. The first thing Razak is going to do is going to use this enhancement card to place it on the Steam Guard. So I will place this here, and I will pay 1 crystal And also I am going to place one uncharged token on this card here. So this was not an activation. I can activate whatever squad I want to activate now. So I will be activating the Steam Surfers and place them base to base with the Pilgrims. So first I am going to activate this one. They have a movement of 5 and they can go through obstacles. I don't need that. And I will move this here, 1, 2. I'll be placing it like this. And I'll be placing that Pilgrim like this. I have to move all my squad and after that I can attack. So my second Steam Surfer is here, so I'll be doing the same thing. I'll be moving it here like this and place this Pilgrim here. And for my last Steam Surfer, I think I am going to one, two, three, here. No, I'm going here. Doing the same thing. So next I am going to attack with this Steam Surfer here. He has an initiative of 3. The Pilgrims have an initiative of 1, so the Steam Surfer will attack first with an +2 attack versus 0 defense for the Pilgrims because they are in the running mode. So next I will not pay for the red die, so I will be using only the yellow die for this attack with the Steam Surfer. It's a 1 plus 2, it's a 3. So now the Pilgrim has to defend. He can pay for the red die, but he is not going to pay. So I need the 3 with the Pilgrim to defend. It is a 3, so the Pilgrim defends. And now the Pilgrim can attack. Also he can pay for the red die. He will attack with a +1 and the Steam Surfer will defend with a +2. He will not pay for the red die, so he will attack only with the yellow die. It's a 4, so a total of 5 attack. So now the Steam Surfer has a 2 defense. He needs also a 3 to defend. He will pay for the red die like this, and he needs a 3 with the red die, and he only got a 2. He cannot re-roll it because he doesn't have any other crystals. He will keep this result. This was a bad roll for the Rha Zack faction, and since Steam Surfer has a 0 endurance token, this model will be lost. So on to the second attack. So now this Steam Surfer will attack this Pilgrim again with the yellow die. with a +2. +2 again, a 3, it has a +5. +5, and the pilgrim has a 0 defense, so he would need a 5 to defend that. If he wants to defend, he will need to pay for the red die, but he doesn't want to defend, so he will still roll this yellow die, hoping to get a cogwheel to refresh that crystal. This model will be lost. So it is a 4, so he needed a 5. This die doesn't have a 5, so he will lose an endurance token. So the pilgrim faction doesn't have any endurance token left. And now to the last attack for the Steam Surfer. Again, the Steam Surfer is going to attack with a +2, and they will use the red die this time. So a +2 with a 3, it's a 5. It's again a 5, and again the pilgrims have 0 defense, so pilgrim are going to pay now because they need a 5 to defend that second pilgrim. So it's a 6, so this is a successful defense. So now the counter attack, they have no crystals in their crystal pool, so a +1 versus a +2 defense. They have to exceed the defense so they can make a wound. It's a 0, they will keep this result because they will refresh 1 crystal, but they won't do any damage. The Razak will do the same, hoping to get a crystal back. They don't. Okay, that was the last attack for Steam Surfers. Now they can play cards, but they don't have enough crystals. They can discard a card if they don't need one. And I think Razak is not going to discard a card, so this is the end of Razak's turn. They draw 1 more card, so they can reach to 3 cards in their hand. And that's it for the Razak turn. Now let's get back to the chapter turn. So now it is the chapter's turn. So chapter is going to take the first player token and put it here, and chapter is controlling 1 crystal source, as you can see, and they are going to go into a passive turn. So they are going to refresh 1 crystal source. They are going to charge 1 token for the enchantment card. They are going to gather 1 crystal from this crystal source here and refresh their banner. So that's all for the passive turn. They can't do anything else. So now and on to the Razak. Also, Razak controls a crystal. No, they do not control a crystal source because the Holy Riders are here. So they cannot. They can do a passive turn, but they cannot gain anything from this except refreshing those two crystals, so they are not going to do that passive turn right now. It is not a great start for the Rha Zack, but it's just the beginning of the game, so I will be activating my Steam Guard. I won't be flipping the card, so I'm activating this Steam Guard here. He has a movement of 3. I will move just one space to here. I will put it like this, and this pilgrim will come there. And now I do not have any crystal, so I'm going to be using the yellow die with a +3 attack and a reroll. You can only reroll once per die, so you cannot reroll twice, even if it's a free reroll or even if you roll the cogwheel, so you can only reroll a die once. So I'm going to attack with the yellow die and a +3 attack. Pilgrim has a +0 defense, so there is a good chance that Pilgrim will be defeated, even if he has the red die that he can use. So it's a 6. So the chapter would need a 6 to defend. Since they have all their dice here, they will pay for the red die, and needing a 6, it's a 3, so the defense wasn't successful. But chapter will use this card here. It says Angel of Death, Guardian Angel, use when one of your models within range of 3 of the Angel of Death is wounded, the angel suffers the wound instead. So this is within range 3, this is range 2. So instead of that chapter model being wounded, this is 0 crystal payment. So I will use this card. I will discard this card. I can use it because it has this white line here, so you can use these cards in your opponent's turn if they have a symbol like this. So this card can be used for the upper part for in your opponent's turn, but not on the lower part. So by using this card, I will be suffering 1 wound with the Angel of Death. It's still an unsuccessful defense, so I will not be able to counterattack. Okay. That was the squad activation for Razak. Razak doesn't have any crystal in the crystal pool, and all the cards here cost at least 1 crystal, so it cannot use any card from here. And now they can discard 1 card from the hand if I wish, and I will not be discarding anything. Since chapter used a card this turn, they have to draw another card. It's the same card as they played before. So this was the second turn for Razak. Now let's move on with chapter. So chapter is going to use their banner again, so they can restore one endurance token to the Angel of Death, the endurance token that was just lost. So chapter will do that. Okay. And now I will use this one card here, Trample, with the Holy Riders. I'm not going to activate the Holy Riders, just use this card, so it doesn't count as an activation. So it says move your Holy Ride model, choose one enemy model on any space crossed by the Holy Rider except the last, check that model for hit. So the Holy Riders have a movement of 2 in this mode here. If I activate them, they will have a movement of 3. Yeah, so I will not be activating the Holy Rider, but I will use this Trample card for 1 crystal. So I'm paying 1 crystal, and also I'm going to use this hassle, double this squad movement value for this action. So now they have a movement value of 4. They are not activated, but I will do a movement and use this card here for Trample. So I am discarding this card. I discarded the crystal. I will be discarding this charge token. So now I have a movement value of 4, and I will do this Trample action. So with this Holy Rider here, I will go 1, 2 and 3, and I will cross over this Steam Surfer. So I will be moving this one here, 1, 2 and 3, placing it base to base with that crystal source. And because I crossed over that Steam Surfer, I will check that model for hit. So the Steam Surfer has a initiative of 3. I'll roll the red or yellow die, and I will compare it to that 3. So I need a 4 to wound that Steam Surfer. This roll cannot be defended, but I can pay for the red die, and I am going to pay for the red die, and I need a 4 with this die. I cannot re-roll it because I do not have any more crystals, so I need a 4 with this die so I can wound and kill this model, and it is a 4. It's exactly a 4. So now this model here, it is dead, but it's worthless. They don't have any victory points, since they have an endurance value of 0. Okay, that was the card that I played, but I still haven't activated any squads yet. And now I am going to activate the Pilgrims. I will change their mode back to basic mode, so they can move up to 2 spaces now, and they have a better defense and also a better attack and initiative. First I will move this Pilgrim 1 to here. Yeah. That Pilgrim I will move it here, and this one here I will move it 1 and 2. I will move it here. I won't be attacking anything, and also I have one more pilgrim left, and I will move that pilgrim. I will move it here. So now I have two crystal sources controlled, and this is the end of the turn for the chapter. I can discard one card. I will not be discarding any card. I will draw one card because I only have two, and again these were shuffled, but this is the way they end up in my hand. So that was the last turn, the end of the turn for chapter. Now with the Razak. So with the Infinity Angel, I will go into the flight mode. It has a movement value of 6 and it can ignore obstacles. So I'm flying here with the Infinity Angel, like this. And I'll be placing this pilgrim over here. And now I'm going to try to attack it. I still don't have any crystal, but neither does the chapter. But chapter still has a guardian angel, which the Razak squad doesn't know about. So I will use my yellow unpaid die with a only +1 attack versus +1 defense. For the pilgrim, I need to exceed the defense so I can wound this model. It's only 1. So now the pilgrim is going to defend. He needs at least 1 to defend. It is a 3, so it's a successfully defense. And now he is going to attack the pilgrim with a +1 versus a 0 Infinity Angel has. So 1 plus 0, they cannot reroll, but they will get 1 crystal back. So Infinity Angel needs a 1 to defend against this pilgrim, and he rolled a 4. So that's it. Nothing is going to happen. I can still discard the card from here, and I will discard this one, this enchantment card. I don't really want it anymore. I need some cards with 0 crystal payment. Okay, that was it for Razak. Now again with the chapter. So chapter still controls 1 crystal source. This one is controlled for the moment by the Razak, and I will do that passive turn again with the chapter. So I am going to refresh my crystals. I am going to gain a crystal from this source over here. I am going to refresh my banner so I can use it again, and I'm going to get 1 charge token for that squad over there. So that was it for the chapter. Now on to the Razak. I think Razak is going to do exactly the same thing because they have this crystal source under their control, and they do not have any more crystals in their crystal pool. So I'm going to refresh these 2 crystals. I'm going to get a crystal from here. It doesn't matter if any crystal source is going to be depleted, they are all in the same pool. This is just for the visual. and also 2 charge tokens for this one and this one. Oh no, since the jumpsuit isn't in the play right now, I cannot charge his card. So that's it for the Razak turn, also a passive turn. Now to an active turn of chapter. So since this Infinity Angel is still in flight mode and very vulnerable, having 0 defense, I will be trying something with my pilgrims. I will be changing my mode into run mode, so I now have 4 speed. I will be going with this pilgrim. No, I'll be staying right. No, I will be going here with this pilgrim. With this other pilgrim, I will be going here, and with this pilgrim, I think I can reach this Infinity Angel, and I will be going here. So I will try to attack this Infinity Angel. It's a risky approach, but I have a +1 attack versus a 0 defense of Infinity Angel. And I am going to change to use my banner before I will attack and change the mode. Infinity Angel will attack first because he has 4 in initiative. I have changed my mind and I will not be doing that because it's just too risky. I can lose all my pilgrims and 1 pilgrim worth 1 point, so I will be activating my Angel of Death, and I'll be going here. I am not going into the flight mode. I will stay in this basic mode. So I am going to attack now this Infinity Angel. Infinity Angel attacks first because they have a +4. +4 initiative. They will attack with the red die, but first I can use these cards if they have a white line in my opponent's turn. So by paying 1 crystal, I will be doing that. I will reposition my my shrine to any empty space. So I will reposition this shrine like this, base to base with the Angel of Death. And now the Angel has a -2 defense and -2 initiative. And now, because I did have a better initiative, +4, now the Angel has 0. I will attack first. I have a +1 attack with a 0 defense by the Angel because this energy cloud is here. So I will be paying 1 crystal to roll the red die. It's a 4 +1, it's a 5. So the Angel has 0 defense. The Angel will pay a crystal to defend. He needs a 5 to defend. he only rolled a 3, but I do have this reroll, free reroll for my defense that I am not going to use. I will keep this 3 and pay 1 crystal to get a +2 defense to a defense roll. I can use this after my roll, so 2 plus 3, it's a 5, so I am paying that crystal. So now that defense was successful, and now I will do my attack with the angel. I have a +2 because the shrine doesn't take from my attack. I have a +2 versus a plus of 0 for the Infinity Angel. So I am going to pay. Okay, and roll the red die. It's a 3 plus 2, it's a 5. The Infinity Angel has 0, so it's a 5. He will pay for the red die, it needs a 5, so he can defend. He did not defend, so the Infinity Angel takes a wound. Okay, that was for the activation of the chapter squad. Now I will not be discarding any cards. I will not be playing any more cards, so this is the end of the turn. I'm drawing 1 card. This is a great card, energy drain for Pilgrim, so I can collect 1 crystal, for example, for this crystal source next time. Anyway, the Razak is going to draw a card also. Okay, so that is it for the chapter. Now the Razak. So since the chapter controls that crystal source, I really need to find a crystal source that Razak can control. I will leave for the moment this Infinity Angel in the flight mode, even if it is more vulnerable, but he still has 3 more shield tokens. I am going to activate with Razak the Steam Guard that has a movement value of 3, and I will leave him in that mode, and he will move 1, 2, and basically be like this, and I will place this pilgrim like this, base to base with this shrine. So now this pilgrim has -2 initiative and -2 defense. It only has 1 defense, so -1 defense, and I will attack that pilgrim with my yellow die because I do not have any crystals available. So in my initiative is +3. The pilgrim is 0 because of this shrine, so 3 against 0, 3 attack against 0 defense. Only 1, so that's a 4 attack, but I can re-roll it if I want. If I really want, I can re-roll it. It is a 4. I will not re-roll it, I will keep this result. And now the pilgrim needs to roll a 4. He is going to pay for the red die, hoping to get a 4, and it is a 4, so no wound. Now for the counter attack, he has a +1 attack against 0 defense, but no red die. So 1 versus 0, it's a 4, it's a 5. So he cannot really defend that 5. But he can use this card, Common Self. It's a 0 cost for this one, Common Self, so one Razak model may use initiative, defense, or attack of any other Razak squad for 1 combat or attribute check. So I will be using this card here for free, and I will be using the defense of, I cannot use the jump suit because I don't really care about that. So I will be using the Stormbringer defense. So it was a 5 attack, and now I have a 2 defense, so I need a 3 to roll a 3 so I can defend myself. And I did roll a 3, so I don't suffer any wounds from this Steam Guard. And now this is the end of the Razak's turn. I can discard 1 card from here. I will discard this card, and I will draw 2 cards. Again, Common Self with a 0 crystal and a move card. This is very good. Without a cost for crystals, I can move any 1 squad, so I can reposition better for controlling some crystal sources. Okay, that was it for Razak. Now it's the chapter. With chapter I have 1 crystal controlled. I would use this card, but I do not have a crystal to pay. All my crystals are depleted, so I think I am going to do a passive turn. I only control this crystal source now, and Razak controls this one. So passive turn, I will regain these crystals. I will gain a crystal, it doesn't matter where it comes from. My binary is not flipped. I will charge this card here, and that's it for chapter's turn. Now for the Razak's turn, I think Razak is going to do exactly the same thing. They control this crystal source here, so they are going to take 1 crystal and gain the other crystals, and also they are going to place this here, and next turn they can activate this power swords, so they can perform 1 backstab before each combat. It's a great power. So now again to the chapter. So now I am going to use this card, Energy Drain, collect 1 crystal for each controlled crystal source with a Pilgrim base to base. This is the only crystal source controlled, and it has a Pilgrim base to base, so 1 crystal. I will pay, from here I will pay that crystal, and I will gain a crystal from there. I can take it from anywhere, it doesn't matter, this is just for visual. So I will gather a crystal from here. Okay, I did not activate any squads. I will activate the pilgrims, so I will not change their I will not flip their card. They have a movement value of 2. I will move this one because I do not want to be base to base with that crystal, with that shrine. So 1 and 2, I will be going there, and I can attack with this pilgrim, but again the Infinity Angel will strike first because of his initiative, and this is, if I lose this pilgrim I will lose 1 point, because I do not have any endurance token left with this, so I do not think I will try to wound that Infinity Angel. I don't have any cards to help me with my initiative, but I will be moving this one here. And the last pilgrim will remain there. I will be not moving that pilgrim. I do not want to discard any card, so I'm going to draw another card. It's another energy drain. These cards were shuffled very good, but it's just the way they are drawn. So this is again a great card. I can gain another crystal with this card. So that was it. The score is still, the victory marker is still at 0. So let's move on with the Razak. So with the Razak I will be using this card here with the Steam Surfer. It's Surfer move with one Surfer model in a straight line. If it moves through at least 4 spaces, backstab an enemy base to base. This is not activation. So I'll be doing this with this Surfer here. I can move in a straight line through 4 spaces. I have a movement value of 5. So it will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Myself like that. And I'm using this card, so 1 crystal source. And also I can use the other part of my card also with my banner, so I can flip this banner, which I will do, and I will also be repositioning my Razak shrine to any empty space. So I will be repositioning this shrine and place it over here in any empty space. It can be base to base with a crystal source. So now this Holy Knight has a -2 initiative and defense, so he has a defense of 1, and I have an attack of 2 with my Steam Surfer. So I will be paying this red die, okay, to attack, to backstab this enemy model. He cannot backstab me back if he defends. So this is not an activation, this is just playing a card. Okay, I attack with +2 versus +1 because of that the ability of the cloud. Okay, so it's a 5 + 1 +2. It is a 7. Is 7 against 1, so he needs a 6. He needs a 6. He will try to defend the Holy Knight. He needs a 6. So he only rolled a 1. He can re-roll. He will re-roll. He cannot re-roll again if he still rolls a 1 or anything else. And he rolled a 5. It's not enough to defend because he has a 6, he needed a 7, but he can use this card to gain 2 defense for this roll. So now he has an 8, a 6 + 2, an 8, because he is going to pay 1 crystal. So he successfully defended against this attack, but he cannot attack back. So chapter has only 2 crystals remaining. Okay, and now I will do the activation with the Steam Surfer, with the same Steam Surfer. So I have a plus initiative of 3 against a Holy Knight, which is base to base with Dash Shrine initiative of 0. So I have an attack of 2, but I will use this common self. One Razak model may use the initiative, defense, or attack of any other, so I will use the attack of this Steam Guard. So I do not have to pay anything for this. I have a plus 3 attack, and I will pay for this die. It's a plus 3 attack against a plus 1 defense, so I will be paying. It's only a 2, I can re-roll it. It's a total of 5, but I will not re-roll it. I will keep it and refresh 1 crystal. So it's a 5, attack of 5, and the Holy Knight has a defense of 1. So the Holy Knight will pay. So a 5 attack, and he needs a 4 to defend. He paid that crystal, and it is a 4. So the Holy Knight defended, and now he can attack. He has a plus 2 attack and a reroll against a plus 2 defense with no reroll. So he's going to pay for this red die. It's a 4. He is not going to reroll it. The Steam Surfer will need a 4. So the Steam Surfer will need a 4 to defend. He didn't got the 4, but he will reroll it. And again, he didn't got the 4 that he needed. He only got the 3. So this model is going to die. So all the Steam Surfers are out of the game, but no victory point for the chapter squad because they have 0 endurance token. So that was it for the Steam Surfers, but they will use also this card to move with all models in one Razak squad. So the Razak has only 4 models remaining, so only this Infinity Angel and the Steam Guard and these 2 Stormbringer. They have the jump suite, but they didn't use the jump suite yet. So I will be moving with all models in one Razak squad. These Stormbringer have 2 movement points. So this one will move 1, 2 here, base to base with this crystal source, and this one here is going to move 1 and 2 here, base to base with this other crystal source. And the Razak has no more cards in their hand, so they are going to draw 3 cards. And now the only crystal source that is in the chapter is controlled by the chapter is this one. Razak doesn't control any crystal sources now, so it's, but first I will draw 1 more card because they use the card another energy drain. So I will be passing the first player token to chapter, and I think it's very clear that chapter is going to do a passive turn again, so they are going to refresh all these crystals and also gain a crystal for that controlled crystal source over there. So that was very easy. Now for the Razak, even if Razak doesn't control any crystal source, they are still going to do a passive turn since they have no more crystals. I forgot to charge that card with a charge token. I will do the same for this one. So yeah, that was it for Razak. Again, chapter. So now on to the chapter turn. The victory track is still at 0. So now I will be using both of these energy drain cards. So for one crystal I will be getting a crystal out of that crystal source. Let's take it out from here, it doesn't really matter where it comes from. And also this second energy drain card. So I had a total of 3 energy drain cards and I got a total of 3 crystals out of them. So now chapter has a lot of crystals in their pool. And now let's see how we can make some victory points. So I will be activating my Angel of Death. Let me see if I will flip this card or not. I want to attack this Steam Guard here. He has an initiative of 3, so if I will attack first in basic mode, he will strike first. So I will change my mode with Angel of Death, even if its defense is 0. So I will be changing my mode and I will be placing my Angel of Death here on this space, and this Steam Guard I will be placing it here. And now I have an initiative of 3 against initiative of 3 for the Steam Guard, and I will be attacking that Steam Guard. But first the Steam Guard can activate his enchantment card, because he can be activated even during the opponent's turn. So I will be doing this. I will activate it. By activating it, I will be placing a permanent token on this ability here. So I have now the ability of Power Swords. All models in this squad may perform 1 backstab before combat. So I can do a backstab before the Angel of Death will attack. So I'm doing a backstab with my Steam Guard with a +3 attack against his against his 0 defense. Okay, I will be I don't have any cards here to reposition my shrine, so I cannot do that. I have a reroll with this Razak model, and also I can use this common self if I want to defend for a better defense value. But for now I'm going to attack with my +3 against his 0 defense, and I am going to pay this red die since I have no dice here. So +3 with a 4, it's a +7. The angel won't be able to defend and doesn't have anything useful here, so he is not going to pay for his red die. He's just going to see if he will get a crystal back, and he's going to get a crystal back, and also he loses one of his endurance tokens. Okay, so now it will be the angel's turn to attack, and the angel will attack with a +3 with a reroll, a free reroll. He's going to pay this red die. He can also use this card to add 1 to attack initiative. Oh no, because he doesn't have any models base to base, so he's just going to roll this die with a +3 against a 0 defense. So it is a 9. It is a 9. Let's see if the Stormbringer can do anything about this. He could use this common self to use any other model defense, but it's useless because no model has a 3 defense, so he's going to suffer a wound. Okay, and now I am also going to use my banner to restore 1 endurance token to the Angel of Death, the one that I just lost. I will restore it back. So again, the angel is at full health. I still have this card here. I will keep it, or no, it will be the end of turn for a chapter. So chapter will draw 2 more cards. Okay, now on to the Razak. So with the Razak I will do an active turn, so I think I am going to enter with the jumpsuit in the game. I'm using this from the skies ability to enter with my jumpsuit on the board. So place the jumpsuit in any empty hexes. Check all models, yours and enemy, base to base with the jumpsuit for hit effect 1 wound. So I will be paying 2 crystals to take my jumpsuit and place it here. Here I will place it. It's a very crowded spot. I will try to. So I did manage to place the jumpsuit there, and now all models base to base with my jumpsuit will suffer 1 wound. And because this Pilgrim is base to base with that energy cloud, that Pilgrim has a 0 initiative. You check the initiative when you check for hit the model. So instead of an initiative of 2, he has an initiative of 0, so he will certainly die if I use the red die. And also this Holy Rider here has an initiative of 2. So we are going to use this card. How this check for hit works: I am going to roll a die. I can pay for the red die, and I am going to pay 1 crystal for this red die, and I will be rolling once and check to see if my die will exceed the initiative of the models I am checking for hit. So the Pilgrim will automatically die because he has an initiative of 0 because of this cloud there. And also if I want to wound this rider, holy rider here, I need to roll this die. I need to roll a 3 on this red die. It cannot be defended. I'm looking if chapter has any cards to help them with that, but he doesn't. So if I roll a 3, both of the mothers will take a wound. If I roll less than 3, only the pilgrim will die. So it's just a 1. Not that good of a result, but I will refresh 1 crystal and this pilgrim is still going to die because he has a initiative of 0 because of this energy cloud. And it is the last model. Okay, so this is the first model that is killed and will it's worth something. Okay, so now I will move this victory track 1 space to the left. This was not an activation, so I can still activate or do something. I don't know what happened, but my last move wasn't recorded by the phone, so I will show you what was my move. So Jumpsuit attacked this holy rider here. The holy rider was in this position, and the Jumpsuit used his Gravitron punch to backstab 1 chosen enemy model base to base with the Jumpsuit, then move this chosen enemy by 3 spaces. So he did that. He used this card, and also he used the banner to charge the enhancements by 1. So he charged both of these cards and used both of these actions here. So he did manage to get to wound this holy rider, as you can see. And by doing this action, he moved this model 3 spaces away. So he moved it here. And also this was not an activation. So also was a card that he played during his turn. So next is going to be the activation, the squad activation for the Razak, since Jumpsuit did 2 actions, but he did not activate. So I am going to activate this Steam Guard here. I am not going to shift to the guard mode. I am choosing the basic mode. He has a movement of 3. So I am going to move here with 3. 1, 2 and 3. I am going to place this here like this, and now I can use my ability, my power sword ability. I am doing a combat, but before that I can use this passive ability to backstab 1 enemy before combat. So I can backstab this model here without the possibility of this model to backstab me back. So I do not have any red die, so I'll be using only this yellow die. I have to keep this result. I have a reroll. I do not have to keep this result. I have a reroll with this one. Yes, I forgot. So I will reroll this die. And now I'm going to keep this 2 plus 3. I have a 5 with Pilgrim's defense of just 1. He needs a 4. He doesn't have any cards that might help him, so I need to roll a 4, and I will pay. Because I have a lot of crystals, I will pay to keep this alive, because if I lose this Pilgrim, I lose a victory point, so I need a 4 with this die. I do not have any rerolls. It's only a 2, so I can reroll this one because I rolled a cog. You can only reroll it once, doesn't matter how you reroll it. And it's again a 2. I will refresh this crystal, but this Pilgrim is also lost. So another victory point for the Razak. And then now Razak has 2 victory points. So that was the backstab. The attack is not going to happen since that model died. So that's it. Razak is going to draw one more card. And end of turn for Razak. Now the chapter squad. So now the chapter is going to activate the Angel of Death in flight mode. I'm not going to change his mode, so I am going to place it I am going to place this model here. Okay. And I am going to initiate an attack on this model here. So I have an initiative of value of 3. He has an initiative value of 2. So I'm initiating the combat, but I will use this card with Razak, common self. One Razak model may use initiative, defense, or attribute of any other Razak squad for 1 combat or attribute check. So it costs 0 crystal, so I'm taking the value of the initiative of the Infinity Angel that has a value of 4. So the Stormbringer will attack first. We attack the Angel of Death with +1 versus 0. So without any chances for the red die, so +1 against 0. It is a 4, so it's +5, and the angel is going to pay +5. He needs a 5 to defend, and he did defend. He rolled a 6, and now he's going to attack with a 3 and a reroll, and I am going again to pay because I have a lot of crystals. 3 against 2, and with a free reroll. So I will keep this result. It's an 8. An 8. Stormbringer has a 2. He cannot do anything to roll a 7, so he will roll the yellow die just to refresh his crystal if he can. He's not going to refresh the crystal, so he loses a wound. So he gets a wound, loses a shield. That was the activation, and now I will use this card here. Storm Blades. Combat with each enemy base to base with the angel. So it costs me 1 crystal, and I can combat with this Stormbringer again and with this Steam Guard here by using this card. Okay, I am using this card. I am attacking that Stormbringer. this Stormbringer is going to use this common self again, another common self, so he is going to take the initiative of this Infinity Angel again by doing this common self with 0 crystal. So he is going to attack first, but again with the yellow die. He doesn't have enough to pay for the red die. He rolls a 1 plus 1, it's a 2. Infinity has a 0 defense. 0 defense, he is going to pay. He needs a 2. He rolled a 5, he defended, and now he is going to attack with a 3 and a reroll. He is not going to pay this time. He's going to roll only with this yellow die. It's a 4 with 3. He is not going to reroll a 7. He cannot defend. He can only get a 6 if he rolls a 4. So this Stormbringer is going to die, but let's see if he rolls a 0 to refresh a crystal. He's not going to refresh. He doesn't have any more shields, so he is going to die, this model, and it's worth 1 victory point. And again, the angel can attack also this Stormbringer, and he is going to attack it. He can choose not to attack it. If he's going to attack it, this Steamguard has this power sword ability, and he can perform a backstab before each combat. So he is going to perform a backstab. So the angel is still going to attack him, because the Razak doesn't have any crystals in the crystal pool. So he is going to attack this Steam Guard here, and the Steam Guard will attack first because of his power swords ability. He's going to attack only with the yellow die, but he has a reroll from his ability. So he rolled a 0, but he will keep this result because he will refresh a crystal, and he did manage to have a 3 to his attack. And now the angel can pay or not. He is not going to pay because he has this card. He can recover 1 wound, so he's not going to pay for the red die. He's going to only to use this yellow die. He needs a 3 to defend. He did not defend. He is going to lose a shield, but now the angel is going to attack, and he is going to use his red die. Since the Steam Guard has only 1 shield remaining, and after that he will lose 2 victory points if it dies. So he's attacking with a 6 plus 3, so that's a 9. The Steam Guard has a 0 defense. He cannot defend at 9, so he will still roll this die to see if he will refresh a crystal. He's not going to refresh a crystal. He loses the last his last shield. So next time, if he dies, the Razak will lose 2 victory points. Okay, so let me see if I want to do anything else with the chapter. I cannot play cards because I don't have crystals. No, I will stay right where I am, but I am going to discard this card, and that's it for the chapter. I will draw 2 more cards. Same cards. Okay, now for Razak, who needs to draw 2 more cards. So now with the Steam Guard, I think I will risk it and charge the Angel of Death because he has a 0 defense and I have a +3 attack. So I will be activating my Steam Guard. I'm not moving, I am just going to attack the Infinity Angel with my +3 attack, but I also have this backstab, so I can backstab it before the actual combat. So I am using only my yellow die for the backstab because he cannot backstab me back. It's just a 1. I can re-roll this one with this die here. I will re-roll this one. Even a 0 it's better because I refresh a crystal, and it is a 3. 3 + 3 it's a 6, so the angel would need a 6 to defend. He doesn't have any red die, he cannot use that red die, so he will suffer a wound. He's not going to refresh any crystals. He has only 1 shield remaining. So this was just the backstab, and now for the actual attack. I will be choosing my yellow die. Even if I roll a 0, I will refresh a crystal and then I can shoot the angel and kill it in this turn. So I will try this strategy. It is a 4, so again the angel will not be able to defend that 4. He can only roll to recover a crystal, which he does. He has only 1 more shield remaining. Okay, that was the activation for the Steam Guard. Now I can move or I can remain where I am. I am going to move, but not very far. I'm just going here. 1, 2, 3, and I am discarding this card because my Steam Surfers are dead and I don't really need 2 cards for this dead model. Again the same card. Okay, so that was it for the Razak. Now passing the token. With the chapter I am going to do a passive turn, so I am charging this card here. I am refreshing all of my crystals. And also this card that I will be able to use to restore 1 endurance token to the angel if it doesn't die this turn. So that was all that I could do, because I don't chapter doesn't control any crystal source. Neither of the factions control any crystal source. So that was it for chapter. Now for the Razak. I think Razak is going to try to kill this angel this turn because they have this opportunity. So they will take advantage of this, maybe even with the Infinity Angel, because the Infinity Angel doesn't have has 3 shields remaining and the Steam Guard has none. But the Steam Guard can do a backstab before the attack with this card, and he has a +3, so it is a huge opportunity to defeat this angel. And yes, I will go with this Steam Guard and try to kill this angel. I will go here. I am activating my Steam Guard. I am activating my power sword, so I'm doing a backstab now. I have one crystal remaining to roll the red die. I have a +3 against a 0 defense of the angel, so I will pay this red die, to roll the red die. I don't have any rerolls, and I cannot reroll if I roll a cog because I don't have any crystals. If I roll a 4, the angel automatically will die because he cannot defend a 4, and it is a 6, so the angel is going to die. He has no chance of defending. The chapter is going to try to recover a crystal, but they have all crystals remaining, so really the chapter cannot do anything to defend this angel, so he is going to be killed. 3 victory points for Razak, who is now only 2 victory points away from winning. And since I defeated the angel, I am not going to do anything else this turn, so I'm ending my turn here. I will discard a card because now I can hurry up the game and win by points. I will discard this card here. That was it for Razak. Now chapter can use this shrine. They can spend 1 blessing to bring back a dead model, but he will not recover any endurance tokens. I will place this card in here on the Holy Rider. I am using 1 crystal and I am charging it by 1. And now I am going to activate this squad, the Holy Riders. So I am going to switch them from their basic mode to their charge mode. So they have now an initiative of 4, higher than this Steam Guard. Even if it's very far, they can get to him. They have a movement value of 3, but this card here allows them to double the squad movement. They can also push, but I don't really need that. So if I use this hassle ability, I can double their movement, so they could have a movement value of 6 now. And to get to this Steam Guard, this one would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, exactly 6. And this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they both can reach that Steam Guard, and they will do that, exactly what they need. So I am going to use this ability here, and I will go 6 spaces with this horse, with this Holy Rider here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. And with the other one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. So both of the Holy Riders are base to base with this Steam Guard, who still has this backstab ability, and the Holy Riders have no endurance tokens left, but they have to risk it because they have no other chances. They have a lot of crystals, and the Razak doesn't have any crystals in his crystal source. But if both Holy Riders will be killed this turn, chapter is going to lose this game. So first I think I can use this trample that I've kept. Move your Holy Rider model, choose one enemy crossed by the Holy Rider except the last, check for hit effect 1 wound. So I can try and kill it like this. So I can move this Holy Rider 1, 2, 3 spaces. From here 1, 2, 3 spaces. So yes, I will use this trample. I am going to use on crystal source, and I am going to move with this Holy Rider 1, 2 and 3, and I am trampling this Steam Guard, who has a initiative value of 3. So now I am rolling and check for hit. I will be paying for the red die. I need a 4 to kill this Steam Guard. He will die instantly if I roll a 4. And it is a 5. He will die. He cannot backstab because he was trampled. So this Steam Guard is going to die. He's worth 2 victory points. So now Chapter still has a chance of winning this game, or even make a draw. I moved with my Holy Riders. I cannot attack. I can use this card here to change their mode again, because they are very vulnerable in this mode. Only 1 defense, so I will do that. I am changing back to the basic mode. Okay, and now I can also use this card. I am going to no, I am going to discard this card, so I'm not using it now. And I will draw 3 cards from here. Again a trample. Okay, so now for the Razak turn. I think it's very obvious that Razak is going to do a passive turn. So he is going to... This character is dead, so he is not going to get charge tokens. Only this jumpsuit is going to get a charge token. I'm going to refresh my crystals and also gain a crystal for this sorcerer. I'm taking the crystal from here, and I'm going to flip my banner. Okay, so that was for the Razak. He cannot discard any cards. Now for the chapter. So now I am going to activate again my Holy Riders, and I am going to risk it and try to kill this Infinity Angel, since he is still in the flight mode and has a 0 defense. So I am activating my Holy Riders. Yeah, I am activating them. I am flipping this card. I have a movement value of 3 now. So this one can get 1, 2 and 3. He cannot reach the Infinity Angel, but I will use this hassle to double my movement value, so I will be able to move anywhere I want. So I will move this Holy Rider here, and the other Holy Rider like this. They are base to base with each other and with the crystal source and with the Infinity Angel. Okay, I am going to attack now this Infinity Angel. Before that, the Razak is going to use their energy cloud ability for one crystal. So they spent one crystal to reposition the Razak shrine to any empty space. So I'm repositioning this shrine to be base to base. It cannot be base to base with both, but at least one of them. So here. So this model here that just started the attack will have a -2 initiative and defense. So now the initiative of Holy Riders, of that Holy Rider, is 2, and the initiative of Infinity Angel is 4. So the Infinity Angel will strike first. He has only a +1 attack, but he does have a red die. And he is going to use that red die because if he kills this Holy Rider, he is dead. And he won't be able to do anything. Okay, so he is going to attack first with a red die with a +1. The Holy Rider also has a +1 defense. So it's equal. And the angel rolls a 3. He cannot re-roll it. It's a 4. And now the rider is going to pay. He needs a 3 to defend. He did defend with a 5. So now he will be able to strike back. He has an attack of 3 against an attack of 0. Okay, I will use red die. So I will roll this. So again, I will roll this red die to attack the Infinity Angel. And it is a 6 with 3. It is a 9. Infinity has a defense value of 0, so it's no use of trying to use a red die. He will get a wound. He won't get one crystal back. That was just the first Holy Rider. Now to the second Holy Rider. I am going to use this card, so I will pay for a crystal, and I'm using this Inspire action. Add 1 to attack and initiative for each chapter model base to base. So I have 1 chapter model base to base, so my attack becomes 4 and my initiative 5. It doesn't matter the initiative because it is the same as the angel. So I have a +4 attack against a 0 defense. I am going to spend also a crystal, and I roll a 5 +4, it's a 9. Angel cannot defend. He can only roll to recover 1 crystal source. He cannot, so he loses 1 more wound. He has 1 wound remaining. And now the Holy Rider is going to use this combat enchantment here. So combat with all models in this squad. So again, these 2 Holy Riders can combat with this angel, and if they both will wound the angel is going to die because he has no more endurance tokens. He has one endurance token, but the Holy Riders get to attack twice. So first attack, it is going to be with a red die again. This model here is going to attack first, the angel, with a red die. It's a 4 plus 3, it's a 7. Again, the angel cannot defend a 7, he can only roll a 6 with a red die, so he is going to recover this time one crystal. That was his last the shield. So now for the second attack, this one here is going to attack, but since it is base to base with that shrine, he has -2 initiative. So now the Infinity Angel is going to strike first, and he's going to pay with one crystal and roll the red die, and he did roll the 6. It's a very good result. He is going to try to defend. He can only roll a 6 to defend because he has +1, no, he has -2 initiative and defense, so he cannot defend. Actually this one cannot defend, he will die, that Holy Rider. He is not going to recover one crystal source, so this Holy Rider is going to die. And the Razak is going to win a victory point. It's not the end of the turn for chapter. They still have 2 cards here. They can move and bash with that Holy Knight. I will be using this card to move, and I will be moving with this Holy Knight. I have a movement value of 2, and I will be moving 1 to here, base to base with the angel. I cannot attack this turn because I have no cards to attack, and also I can still use this card here to move with another squad. And but I won't be moving, but I discard this card anyway. So I'm discarding this card and draw 3 more cards. Oh, these are great. I finally have some cards for Rangers. They all came one after the other. I shuffled the cards, but this is how they shuffled. I don't think I shuffled them very well. Okay, and now the Razak is going to take his turn. So now I am going to try to kill this Holy Rider. I have some cards in my hand, so I will be first I will be using this energy cloud again to reposition my shrine to any empty space, paying 1 crystal, and I am reposition it here. Okay, base to base with this Holy Rider that now has -2 initiative and also defense. I am also going to activate my Infinity Angel, and I just want to switch it to his basic mode because he has a +2 defense on basic mode, and I have no more shields on him. And now I'm going to use this energy beam that can be used by Infinity Angels. So I'm going to use this energy beam, destroy one Rha Zack crystal. I can destroy it from my depleted crystal source, so I'm just going to put it back in the crystal pool. Choose a target space within range 3 of the Infinity Angel. Check all models within the target space for hit effect 2 wounds. So I'm going to hit this space here, and I'm going to check all the enemy models. So these two here for hit effect 2 wounds. So this is a very powerful card. I can kill both of these models that, if they are not killed, are going to shoot in everything they see. So by using this card, I am targeting this space here, and I'm going to roll the red die. I am paying to roll the red die. And I think I will also use this upper part here with backstab. First I will pay 1 crystal for this card, and after that I will use this lower part. So I'm using my banner because my banner allows me to use both of these actions. So I'm using my banner and I'm performing a backstab first with Infinity Angel on this Holy Rider here. For this backstab I won't going to use the red die. I'm going to use just the yellow die because I need the red die for the check for hit, check for hit space. So I have a attack of 2 and it is only a 0. I will keep this 0. I will refresh 1 crystal. But since this Holy Rider is base to base with the Shrine, he has a 0 defense, not a 1, so he needs to roll a 2 to defend it. So he is going to roll with this die here, with the red die, the last red die, so he only needs a 2. This was a backstab, he cannot attack back, so he defended. Okay, so now I'm going to use that energy beam on this space here. So I'm going to pay for a red die, and if I roll, I only need to roll a 2 because Rangers have only 1 initiative and they will all die and they cannot use this shot ability that I was saving. So only a 2 roll is needed, and it is a 3. And the effect is 2 wounds. So effect 2 wounds. So the first model is going to get hit for 1 wound. And the other one is going to kill it. And also for the second model. So they both instantly die. And Razak is going 1 victory away from 1 point away from victory, and if the Rangers would have been activated next turn, they would have shot everything in their sight. So that's it for the Razak. Now Razak has 5 points in front of the chapters. If this model dies, they will still have 1 point ahead. That model there is valued at 1 point, and they don't have an endurance token, so they can also die. So I can still use this card here, and I think I am going to use this card. I am going to move with my Infinity Angel. I can move up to 3 spaces, so I can move 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I will move my angel here. We'll try to run from the other models. So now I'm drawing 3 cards. I don't have many cards left with the Razak, so the game could end in 2 turns. Okay. So I think I do not have any crystals left with my chapters here, so I will do a passive turn. I am controlling this crystal source here, so also I can use this ability. During your passive turn, you may spend 1 blessing to bring back a dead model and place it base to base with the sanctuary. I will do this. So I am doing a passive turn, refreshing everything. I am gaining a crystal for this source here. I am restoring my banner, and I am using this blessing token to bring back. I won't bring back the angel, but I will bring back this this model, my holy rider, because now I have to, and I have a chance of defeating this angel of death. I will be placing this model like this, base to base with my sanctuary. So that was the passive turn, and also I get to charge tokens. Now on to the Razak. So I will try to risk it and do a final wound with my jump suit. So he has a movement value of 2. He will activate. I am not changing his I am not flipping his card, even if he has only 2 initiative and Holy Rider has a 4 initiative, because I will do a backstab. So I'm moving 2 spaces, 1 and 2 here. I am placing it like this. I am not attacking. No, I won't be doing that right away. I will do something different. So first I will pay one my last crystal for this energy cloud. So reposition my energy cloud. I will reposition my energy cloud like this. And now I am activating my jump suit, but I will put it in his jump mode, and I will be activating my lightning strike. I need to use 2 charge tokens that I have only in jump mode. You may move range 3, ignoring obstacles. You may push any model regardless of its base size. Check all pushed models for hit. Effect 1 wound once per turn. So I am using 2 of my charge tokens to move up to 3 spaces, ignoring obstacles. So I will move 1, 2 and 3 and push this model here. I will be like this, and because I have pushed this Holy Rider, I will check it for hit. I don't think I paid for that energy cloud. I had to pay 1 crystal to use that energy cloud to reposition it. I do not have any more crystals now. I only have this yellow dye, and this yellow dye, I didn't think this through, has only a maximum of 4. So this Holy Rider has a no, I wanted to do something else, so I will push this model, but I will be pushing it base to base with my energy cloud. That's why I have put my energy cloud like this. So now this Holy Rider has only an initiative of 2 because of the energy cloud ability. That is what I wanted to do. So if I roll a 3 with this die, I will kill this model, and I will Razak will win the game. So he needs a 3 to win the game, and it is a 4. So that was the last wound of this long game. I really thought this game would be shorter, but it's very hard to film it and to think about all the moves in the same time. So Razak did win this game with the Infinity Angel having no more shields. So the next wound would have killed the Infinity Angel. Also, the next wound would have killed this Stormbringer. So here there were a possibility of 5 victory points. The jumpsuit is the only model who had 2 shields left for this Razak squad. Also, the only the Holy Knight had shields remaining, so the only models were jumpsuit and Holy Knight with shield tokens remaining on their side. I think the chapter could have won if these two Holy Riders would have killed this Infinity Angel here, and also that Stormbringer there, because he only had 1 wound, so he could have returned it to 0 and could have ended in a draw this match. But because of this jumpsuit ability to just, where is the card, to strike, to lightning strike the opponent, made this possible. So this was the card that finally ended the chapter game. Chapter had a lot of crystals in their pool, but that was not enough. And also that strike here with the 2 rangers where they both died instantly was a very important decision, because they had this shoot card for the ranger, and you can basically shoot without using any crystal. And if you are in A mode, you add 2 to the roll, and if you roll the red die, it's impossible to defend. So the jumpsuit would have been easily killed, and also this Infinity Angel. So by killing those rangers, the Razak squad really made this impossible for chapter to still defend this game. So that was it for this long playthrough example of the Edge Dawnfall. Bye bye.